Welcome to Dad&Son, In Between the Ropes Recap. I'm Son, and he's Dad.
I'm Dad.
And we're doing a mega show tonight, right?
Yeah, because we missed Friday Night Smackdown.
Friday Night Smackdown and Monday Night Rollins. Raw.
Going to Smackdown.
Excuse me.
As soon as Smackdown starts, the crowd starts chanting CM Punk. It's in Chicago. Smackdown was in Chicago. CM Punk, CM Punk,
CM Punk.
CM Punk answers the call.
From Paul Heyman, right?
And this is just going to be a rundown because I really don't remember everything that happened.
Me neither.
So we're just going to be reading from the notes.
Yeah.
CM Punk comes out. Paul Heyman comes out. Oh, Paul Heyman wants to know what the favor is. And CM Punk's like, well, Paul Heyman says, please tell me what the favor I owe you is right now. He says Roman's not happy. Of course Roman's not happy. And then CM Punk says, you know what? I want to tell you the favor in Roman Reigns' presence. So we're going to wait for Roman Reigns. And then I'll tell you the favor. Rey Fénix debut promo. We've already had tease promos. Now we have his debut promo. And then he has his debut match against Nathan Frazer. Dude, Nathan Frazer did good, I think.
Yeah.
I think he did better than Rey Fénix. My opinion, Rey Fénix wins, but you got to give it to Nathan Frazer. He put on a show.
Yeah.
Legado del Fantasma. Santos is comparing Rey Fénix to Humberto and Angel. Humberto doesn't take a liking to it. And Santos says, you know what, then I'll set you up a match with Rey Fénix next week. So this Friday coming up, we got Rey Fénix versus Humberto.
Humberto.
Drew McIntyre promo. He is still complaining about...
What's going on? Hold on. Where we at? Still complaining about Damian Priest.
That's pretty much it. Then we have a promo hyping up the Braun Strowman Jacob Fatu match.
Yep.
Solo and Tama show up and they start talking smack. LA Knight comes in and tells Braun not to waste his energy on them two. And then Tama Tonga starts talking and LA Knight just, LA Knight does what he does. With words, he's great. He's really good. He destroys Tama Tonga and says, get a ref to the ring because I'm about to beat down Tama Tonga. And that leads straight into the LA Knight versus Tama Tonga match.
Tama Tonga.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That was good. Of course, Solo Sikoa is ringside. But in the end...
L.A. Knight. Yeah! Wins.
Okay. Then we get a promo with Paul Heyman waiting on Roman to arrive. The SUV pulls down. But it's not Roman. It's
Seth Rollins.
And Seth says, you know what? This favor is kind of interesting. I want to be present too when CM Punk tells you and Roman the favor. Then we have a Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton promo, which was a debacle, in my opinion. I mean, it was good for entertainment, but this went off the rails, off the script. I try to stay out of that. I try to not be like, oh, that's off the rails, that's off the script. Like we try to keep it like we watch wrestling as if it's real. And Tiffy brought up stuff outside of the wrestling world. Charlotte was very frazzled by the boos of the crowd. Tiffany ended up just going to town on Charlotte. So in a war of words, Tiffany definitely took that round. I mean, what she said was let's put it this way. She said what she had to say and she dipped. She knew she probably shouldn't have said it. She said it, dropped, rolled out of the ring, and took off. See ya. This Friday we have coming up, Nick Aldis announces a tag team gauntlet match for the women. And the winner will take on Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan at
WrestleMania. I can't wait for that. That's this Friday.
That's this Friday. Those gauntlet matches are fun. They're like a Royal Rumble one-on-one. It's just cool.
And tag team being in it?
It's just one-on-one. Whoever wins gets to face the next opponent.
Yeah, but with tag team, how would it be? Would it be a tag team versus a tag team?
Yes, tag team versus tag team. Okay? Like, say,
put down this one. Say this one took out this one.
Yeah.
That one's out. But
no.
it's still this
the whole
one.
tag team's out.
Oh, when one's taken out, the whole team.
And then the next tag team comes in.
Oh, okay.
So if you win, you got to keep winning until there's no more tag teams left to come out and face you. So, like, if there's 7 teams, 1 and 2 start. Then whoever wins that one, the third one comes out. Whoever wins that one, the fourth one comes out. It's one at a time. We've seen this before.
Okay.
You're not getting it, are you?
Yes, I am getting it.
You got it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm getting it.
Okay.
Got it.
We have a tag team number 1 contenders match.
What was that? Sounds like the oven popping.
Something sounded like Kalu was in here scratching. Tag team number 1 contenders match. MCMG versus DIY. Of course, Motor City Machine Gun wins. Street Profits are sitting front row ringside for this match. Mello Don't Miss, Pretty Deadly promo. I think this ends up to a Mello and Miz match this coming week against Pretty Deadly. B-Fab versus Naomi, and before the match even starts, who attacks Naomi?
Oh, is it No. Who attacks Naomi?
Yeah, who attacks Naomi before the match even starts? Come on, dude. Who's feuding with Naomi right now?
B-Fab.
No.
Oh, Jade.
Jade. Jade attacks Naomi before the match, which doesn't really matter because we know Naomi's going to win. B-Fab is doing really good in the ring, I think. B-Fab should have won that match. I mean, I just hate that one person beats down someone for a whole match, and then the person that's supposed to win does the finisher and wins. I hate that.
It's not. What am I working for? It's not. You know.
It's believable, but it's just not a good, like, story within the match. Like, I hate the way it makes a person seem invincible. And whatever. Anyways. But then after the match, Jade attacks Naomi. Nick Aldis comes out, says, I'm tired of this. You guys want to settle this? Settle it at
WrestleMania.
So we got our second WrestleMania match of the night. Then we have a promo, sad promo. Nick Aldis comes out, says, I have some sad news. But he's not going to tell it. He's going to call out who?
Kevin Owens.
And what's wrong with Kevin Owens?
His neck. Isn't his neck?
He needs neck
surgery.
He needs neck surgery.
People.
I read somewhere it was 2 to 5 years.
2 to 5 years, yeah.
I'm not sure though. We'll have to figure that out.
It's gonna be like a Charlotte thing.
What do you mean, like a Charlotte thing?
He's gonna come back, like in like a year, maybe.
I don't know. It just depends how bad it is, and how long it takes to recover. But when he does come back, whenever he comes back, his music pop hits. It's gonna be a big pop. He's gonna get a good pop when he comes back.
I actually have an idea.
What?
Cody loses the title. Cody goes to the next WrestleMania. He loses the title at WrestleMania. Then they go to WrestleMania 42 is next, right?
Yeah.
Then he returns to help Cody get the title back.
Okay.
To redeem himself. / become face again.
Last man standing match between...
Hold on. Oh! Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob Fatu?
Match of the night.
Pretty good.
Who wins?
Pretty good. Braun Strowman?
No.
Jacob Fatu, that's right.
Jacob Fatu. So Fatu will face LA Knight at...
WrestleMania.
For the...
U.S. Championship.
United States title.
Happy he has that back.
Mm-hmm. Paul Heyman comes out.
My name is Paul Heyman.
And then Roman comes out.
Taking his sweet time.
Yeah, I mean, they got to start, if they're going to do these, like, end of the show stories, they got to do it with 30 minutes left. They're starting at a quarter till. It makes them have to hurry up through it. But Roman gets there and is like, hey, is CM Punk here? Bring him out. I want to know this favor. Seth Rollins comes out, and he's, thought you should have dealt with him. You don't need this favor. This and that. It's going to backfire on you. CM Punk comes out, and CM Punk ends up telling what the favor is. And what's the favor?
Roman Reigns is a wise man, my best friend.
Yeah.
On my corner.
Yep, CM Punk wants Paul Heyman in his corner. And Roman Reigns says, wise man, let him down softly. Or let him down easy. And Paul Heyman says, what?
Paul Heyman says, okay, no.
He says, no, my tribal chief, I can't do that. And Roman Reigns starts backing Paul Heyman up into the corner. And CM Punk gives Roman Reigns a... What's
GTS.
GTS.
You
Credits.
can't even...
Hit, and that was the end of SmackDown. Tonight, we have Raw. Tonight was Raw. Aldis starts off the show with the women's belt right next to him, and he calls out...
Io, Rhea, Bianca. Oh, wait, I have
one by one. We get to listen to their music. Each one of them get to make their entrance. And he announces what?
Announces a triple threat match at WrestleMania.
For...
the Women's World Champion.
The Women's World Champion. Bianca and Rhea are fighting and bickering. They push Io. Yeah, they do quiet. The adults are talking again to Io. Io gets on the top rope and missile drop kicks Rhea into Bianca and then grabs her belt and leaves. I hope Io wins. But she's not. Rhea's going to win. Judgment Day promo. But before this, we get a announcement for a Fatal 4-Way for the...
I know a title that says, for Braun Breaker's title.
Which is the...
Intercontinental.
And it's going to be, who's on the Fatal 4-Way?
Dom.
Uh-huh.
LA Knight. No. I was thinking Finn.
Yep.
Braun.
Yep.
And Penta.
Finn goes off on Dom. You know, you're a loser. You don't have what it takes to win on the big stage. You know, just downgrading, demeaning Dom. Liv and Dom really don't like it. Carlito was pretty cool. He said, hey, Dom, I got your back. He
did good, though. At the end,
we'll get there.
Something happened, and he did...
Lyra versus Bayley.
Slow
match at the beginning. It started getting better, and I hate that it started building momentum. The match was getting good. You were getting the crowd back into it, and Bayley had Lyra in almost a lion tamer.
What's that?
It's where she was holding him down on one knee, pulling her legs up and bending her back, and she realized Lyra wasn't going to tap out, so she went for the rose plant. And as she was going for the rose plant, Lyra hit Bayley with the counter pin 1, 2, 3 for the match. It was so much build up for that.
Just for that.
The counter pins at the end, if they're not quick enough, they don't do very well. I like it though. I mean, I like the match towards the end of it, but I like it when the counter pin is done really good.
For real.
Yeah, for real. Kathy Kelly with Machine Burt. Can't remember his last name. He's a comedian. Chad Gable and American Made show up. And then Otis shows up with Alpha Academy. That's pretty much the promo. It was hyping up the Creed brothers and El Grande Americano.
Chad / Chad
versus LWO. It's Chad. Has to be.
Then what was the thing inside the box then?
No, maybe it was the mask. Who knows? I don't know. It'd be kind of cool if it wasn't Chad.
It would be funny.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be great. I would like that. That'd be a good swerve.
Brother would be laughing.
Kathy Kelly with AJ Styles. AJ's like, I'm glad I get to beat down Logan Paul. I'm going to do us all a favor and rid us of Logan Paul. Karrion Kross shows up. You know, same haircut as AJ Styles. And then Karrion was like, you can't beat Logan. I need the AJ that can beat Logan. We all need the AJ that can beat Logan. And I guess everyone's getting tired of Logan.
Bye-bye, Logan. Going back and make some prime.
LWO versus the Creed brothers. Probably match of the night. It was Dragon Lee. Who's the other two? Cruz El Toro and Joaquin Wilde. Versus Julius Brutus Creed and... Julius and Brutus Creed. Versus El Grande Americano.
No, not versus, with. You said versus.
Oh, with Americano. Who wins? Well, El Grande Americano puts like a steel thing in his mask and gives a headbutt to
By Ivy Nile.
Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile gave it to him. Yep. And he did the diving Chad Gable headbutt onto Dragon Lee.
And that probably hurt.
And that's how they win the match.
That probably hurt.
Gunther comes to the ring. And before Gunther can talk...
Ooh, hold on. Uso! Hey, main event Jey Uso is now in your city. Woohoo! Anyway, go ahead, proceed.
Jay says, I was scared of you. He said, I let down my brother, let down my mama. He said, he gets to a point where he's like, I'm not scared of you no more. And he said, the night before I lay down to go to sleep before WrestleMania, I'm going to pray to the Lord to forgive me for the man I'm about to become. And pretty much told Gunther, go hug your family because the night before, because I'm going to ruin you. I'm coming after you. We're going to see a different Jay, and it's going to be great.
Is he going to win?
No, Jay's going to win. Yeah, Jay's going to win. I don't like it though. I like it, but Gunther didn't wrestle. Gunther didn't wrestle much with his title. These championship titles have to be...
I hope we get a lot from Jay.
Yeah, Jay needs to wrestle like every night. Seth did really well. Seth wrestled almost every night with this title. Anyways, whatever. Then we see a Natalia and Maxine promo talking to Aldis about being in the Gauntlet tag team match. Is that Friday on SmackDown? Friday. But Natalia doesn't seem too happy about it, be tagging with Maxine. So I don't know. I mean, is there some drama between Natalia and Maxine? Or does Natalia think Maxine just thinks like everyone else does? I think Maxine's improved.
I think Maxine can do it.
I think she's done really well. I don't know why Natalia. I guess Natalia wanted to tag team with Tiffy. I don't know. Tiffy ain't going to be no tag team match. She's got her own stuff going on.
With
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
So I don't know what Natalia's thinking about. Natalia, I mean, anyways.
Speechless.
Yeah, it'll be all right. I mean, they're obviously not going to win the match. You're going there to get some face time.
Anyway.
It's the SmackDown before WrestleMania.
Really?
And next Friday is next Friday
is the last SmackDown before WrestleMania.
Yep. Well, no. The one after it. I was wrong.
Well, it's like we still got 2 more weeks.
Yep. The New Day versus the War Raiders for Tag Team Championship. This match, flatline. This match was awful. End up, New Day wins by DQ, so the titles don't change. Xavier brought a
chair into the ring. And
then as they were him and Ivar were fighting for it, Ivar gets a hold of it. In the heat of battle, Ivar hits Xavier with it. The ref sees it, DQ'd.
Bah, I'm done.
We have a Nick Aldis, Rey Mysterio promo. Rey Mysterio's like, I want to take El Grande Americano out, but have the respect for me to choose when and where. And Rey Mysterio chose
WrestleMania!
And Nick Aldis said, yep, I respect that. You and El Grande Americano at WrestleMania. Dom versus Penta. Probably the second best match of the night.
Carlito did good. Carlito actually at the end of the match.
Penta wins after the match. Carlito actually starts beating up on Penta. Penta gets him back, but then Carlito gets the best of Penta.
Yeah.
And then Dom and Carlito start beating down Penta. Braun Breaker comes out and does like a spear on Carlito on the walkway. And he does it so fast and so hard when he hits Carlito, he does a front flip. That was pretty cool. And then he spears Dom.
We missed my highlight of the night.
What was the Oh, okay, go ahead.
So is it the LWO versus
the Creed Brothers?
The Creed Brothers.
Yeah.
Which one was it? They used the two people were
right, like stairs and jumped
like
over.
This.
It was either Joaquin or Cruz del Toro. I can't remember which one.
It was one of them. But it was like a boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, they used like the people were altered. You know, one was kind of low, one was kind of higher, and the dude jumped
and flew
over the ropes. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But Braun ends up spearing Carlito, Dom, and Penta, and then as you know, Braun's holding the belt up. Finn comes from behind and gives him the where he holds the head and does the elbow. And then he looks at Dom in disgust and then holds up the Intercontinental title. Maybe foreshadowing. Maybe Finn wins it. I don't know.
Finn does. We're going to see a lot of friction on the Judgment Day, though.
Or Dom
wins it.
Dom wins it, or he costs Finn the championship, and that's how we get this Judgment Day to break apart.
And then we're going to have a Judgment Day with Raquel in it. I'm just joking. We already have a Judgment Day with Raquel in it.
Paul Heyman comes out, and he says, pretty much saying, I'm loyal to Roman. I'm loyal to CM Punk. But when it comes to WrestleMania, let's make one thing clear, and then Seth interrupts. And then Seth's like, Roman's done this and that. When he left you there with the great hands of Solo. We know how that went. You couldn't get a hold of Roman. He doesn't care about you. CM Punk, he left the company, and when he came back, he just helped you with Roman's War Games,
just to get a favor.
A favor out of it. And so, Paul Heyman and Seth kind of don't really. Seth kind of plays smacks Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman don't like that too much and gets in Seth's face, and Seth pushes Paul Heyman back into the corner. And then who comes out to save the day?
CM Punk!
But CM Punk eventually gets a
stop.
And Paul Heyman's there trying to check on Seth, or on CM Punk, and Seth comes for a stomp, and
he dodges. I don't even think he meant to drop.
Paul Heyman doesn't really dodge. Seth just stops short and does it to scare Paul, because then Seth bends down and says, now you
owe me a favor.
So now Heyman owes Seth Rollins a favor.
Bro, you don't owe him nothing.
Right.
How'd that come about?
You stopped yourself. You didn't save him from nothing. You just stopped yourself from giving him a stomp. Anyways, that's a stupid way to get a favor. I don't like that. What do I know?
But storyline. So, and we love them.
Yep. That right there kind of killed the momentum that match was having. We don't need no foreshadowing. We already know that Paul Heyman's probably going to leave WrestleMania with Seth. Don't need no foreshadowing. Just let it build. But that's the mega show. We ran through it pretty quick.
We did go quick.
Anyways, hit it, Caden.
Oh, my glasses. Like, subscribe, notifications on. We will see you next time. Yeet!